Qantas plans to welcome 3 additional Boeing 787s in June of this year. The acquisition is part of the airline's plans to continue expanding its network and dealing with the demand it's seeing across international routes. However, the delivery may now be in jeopardy following Boeing suspending deliveries of their own 787s. You can have a look at yesterday's video where I went over the story about how Boeing has once more suspended those deliveries. Alan Joyce has noted these aircraft to be arriving already multiple years late. While the pandemic impacted long-haul operations for the Australian airline and indeed delayed any deliveries, Qantas has not been helped by the continued delays, suspensions and more with the 787 program. Qantas is also locking horns with Perth Airport again over capacity constraints, which are impacting their own international expansion plans. Until the A350-1000 is delivered in a couple of years and Qantas can progress with their Project Sunrise, the Boeing 787 remains a crucial aircraft for their long-haul network, and Perth remains the gateway to those plans, especially for direct flights to Europe, as this is in a geographically favoured location for Qantas. It's easier to fly Perth to, say, Paris non-stop than, of course, it being impossible to do Sydney to Paris on current equipment. The pair, though, have been entangled in difficulties over terminal usage, with Qantas wanting to remain at their home terminal in Perth, whereas the airport wants the airline to move to the central part of the airport, which is where all the international carriers feature. It has become a stumbling block for the airline's expansion. They want to fly to Paris, they've made that abundantly clear, and have also said that they are working with Air France and other European airlines to make this possible. But they're incurring difficulties. If they were to launch from Perth to Paris, the terminal facilities would be unable to hold all the international flights Qantas would be operating. However, Qantas doesn't want to move terminals inside Perth Airport because this would see costs go up for them. Current operations, though, mean that they can't have too many flights that are international out of the terminal they're located in, as customs border security simply cannot cope with this. Alan Joyce also knows he is not the only chief executive in a similar position. Well, maybe no one else is going through what he's going through with regards to Perth Airport, but definitely in terms of the Boeing 787 delivery saga, well, there are many other carriers that are involved in similar. Although it is worth noting, all airline circumstances are different, and more importantly, they have varying impacts on the airline in question. While Qantas, it may be affecting their expansion or demand. For another airline, it may be affecting their rebuild or potentially something else. You get where I'm headed with that, and it's interesting to see how more executives are coming out and being vocal about the implications issues on products or at manufacturers are having. This is not the first time, and I certainly don't think it will be the last. We've had comments related to Airbus's production standards, and now we're getting some coming through over more Boeing 787 difficulties that are seeing deliveries paused at this moment. Let me know your thoughts down below in the comments. Do you believe Qantas are within their right to be frustrated over the recent performance of the aircraft? Not necessarily within their fleet, but in terms of new ones that are set to join? You can let me know down below in the comments. Thanks a bunch for watching, enjoy your weekend, and I'll see you very soon.